Hey y'all, what's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday, and I intend on doing the exact same. What's going on, y'all? Now, before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we got coming up on the horizon. Now, tomorrow's episode of Boys Night Out is the ninth episode of the season, but the final episode of 2023. Make sure you tune in as Scotty, T, JoJo, and Maddie come together for a holiday themed episode, honey. Jamar will not be in attendance because he will be out of town, but the rest of us will be holding it down with, as our lonesome or whatever. But the five of us will be coming together for the season finale at the top of January. So make sure you guys get into that. And then on Saturday night, Love and Marriage Huntsville airs. And you guys do know that I do a live review every single Saturday, and we will be going live right after tea. So make sure you guys get into that. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much all that we got for the church announcement. So let's go ahead and get into the mess. Now, we've been talking quite a bit about Miss Married to Medicine, honey, and Dr. Jackie has been in the news for some nasty work, honey. And apparently there are people responding to it, and even she responded to it. Now we're gonna get into that a little bit later on in the video, but we got to start off with Miss Mariah Huq, as she's one of the people that did speak on it. But we got to talk about what she had to say about Quad Web at the very beginning. Now, Mariah did an interview today. It came out, and she spoke on her relationship with Quad and where she stands with Quad. Now, we do know that Quad also did an interview of her own with Carlos King on Sunday night. It aired on Sunday night, and then he just put out part two of this interview today. I haven't seen it yet, and I will be doing a watch along for it for you guys. But yeah, she did an interview with Carlos where she stated that she now understands where Mariah was when she got ousted out the group and got iced out. And now she wishes that, they would have been able to talk things out and hash things out. But let's get into what Mariah had to say about what she stands with Quad and what it would take for her and Quad to be back in a better place. Let's get into
Honest with you, it's not about quad. I have a soft spot for women. I think that just as women, we should treat each other, treat one another a certain way. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, I shade the girls and do the most, but I have integrity and I have a moral compass. And I feel like I'm cut from a different cloth as it relates to that. So I don't know what a conversation between Quad and I will look like, because for me, she still hasn't taken some accountability with things that happen in my relationship, in our relationship or friendship, and a lot of the lies that were told about me. However, I think Quad has been through a lot, just as I have. And I think you grow up, and so I'm not sure what that conversation would look like, but my heart goes out to her with the way she was treated.
And that was Mariah speaking on her relationship with Quad and where it stands and where she think it will stand going forward. And I think that that was a pretty honest answer that she gave. I know that a lot of people wish that Quad and Mariah would just get along, make things right, talk again and all that other good stuff. But it's kind of like this. When you're in a long-term friendship with somebody and then they do something to you that's very hurtful and it's a public falling out, that's a hard pill to swallow, and it's very hard to come back from that situation. Like it really is. I've never been a fan of public fallouts. I've never been a fan of that. Like if we gonna fall out, or we not gonna with each other no with each other no more or whatever, then we just not gonna with each other no more. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it sucks when it happens in front of everybody, and then everybody has their opinions. Everybody got something to say. Everybody think they know what the fuck is going on, and that just leaves the door open for unwanted ass opinions that are not even needed. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I see the situation. Um, and I'm not a fan of Mariah. I've always preferred Quad over her, but even Quad get on my nerves. But I felt like that was a pretty decent answer. I thought that was a very real answer. I thought that that was an answer that was pretty much human. Quad hasn't taken a lot of accountability for her part in the friendship breaking apart with her and Mariah, but I don't really think Mariah has taken much accountability either. I think that they both have slang dirt on one another. I think they both have slang mud. I think they both have said a lot of hurtful things, and I think they both have done some, unforgivable things. I think that Quad was up for saying that that Mariah was a cokehead. I never believed that Mariah was a cokehead. I thought it was that Mariah put it out there that Quad, her sister's husband. I'm not really sure if I believe that either, being that Quad was in her sister, Quad was in her sister's wedding. They were still friends after all this time. Because one thing about it, and two things for certain, I don't give a fuck if you my best friend or not. Ain't no way in hell we still gonna be friends. And you, my sister's husband, baby, no, ain't no way we could be friends. So it's a lot of dirt slinging, mud slanging, a lot of bullshit that's gone down between the two. Now, I would love for them to be cordial, but as far as being friends again, I don't really think that that's a realistic way to look at it. That's just my opinion, because maybe it's just the fact that I always say that I am a award-winning grudge holder, because I can hold a grudge. Just I can give you an example. Recently, I've made amends with somebody that I was building a relationship with, right? And they want us to get right back to where we left off at, but for me, it's gonna take me some time. Once I forgive you, but then it's a process for me to get through everything. Like, I don't trust you right away, and I really don't want to be in your presence like that right away. You got to give me time. For me, it's a process. Forgiveness is a process for me. And people just got to understand that. So, regardless of whether or not Quad and Mariah have a conversation, there has to be some accountability taken. And I feel like even if there is some accountability being taken in this conversation, would it really, really, really make them be best friends again? Sometimes, even when you do have a conversation, y'all would never get back to the way y'all once was, but y'all can be better. And that's what I'm hoping for the both of them, is that they can be better. Not necessarily friends, but be better. Next up is Mariah, once again speaking on the backlash that Dr. Jackie has received from this situation that she's been in, um regarding her nasty work, as I said on my last video, child. Now, Mariah had a couple of things to say about, Dr. Jackie and what her opinions are on this situation. So we're gonna listen in on what Mariah had to say, and then we're gonna come back and get my we're gonna come back and y'all gonna hear my opinion on this. So let's go ahead and get into it, honey.
Honest with you, it's not about. I'm not surprised with any of the things that's going on with the controversy with Jackie, because she's shown that since season one. We've seen how she treated obese ladies, and we've seen how she's judged a lot of women. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
we give her grace because she's Dr. Jackie, but she ain't Jesus.
Yes.
And and she makes mistakes like the rest of us. So I think one of the problems with the show is that we have put her so much on a pedestal. And why? Because because her patients are celebrities. It's not my lesson in this journey. Putting people on pedestals. Yes, they're doctors. I wanted to pay homage because of all the work and the sacrifice, but they're still people. I mean, and some of them, like my mama could say, it's nothing worse than the educated food.
Oh,
All right, so that is what Mariah had to say about the backlash that Dr. Jackie is receiving over the stuff that she said about Black women being her patients or whatever. And honestly, like I said, I don't really be agreeing with Mariah on a lot of stuff, but I agree with her on this. Dr. Jackie has shown herself to be very condescending. She's shown herself to be above all, and she does judge people for the way that they look. Like, she does have a problem with obesity. She does have a problem with women that are fat. She does have a problem with, a lot of stuff. Like, we've seen her fat shame. We've seen her, do that in the disguise of saying, I just want you to be healthy. That's not a way to put things, Dr. Jackie. And, you know, she does have this cold nature about herself that is pretty unexplainable. And I understand why. I didn't understand in the past, but I do understand now why Mariah feels the way that she does when it comes down to Jackie. But when it comes down to Dr. Jackie, I'm like, yeah, Mariah didn't tell no lies. I can honestly say that she didn't tell no lies about this whole thing. No lies was told, period, none. But yeah, Dr. Jackie has already shown herself to be that type of doctor, that type of person. So why is anybody surprised by her thought process or her outlook on anything like this? But anyways, we can move on to the next thing. Now, the next thing is just Dr. Jackie and Dr. Jackie only, honey. Um, Now, since then, Dr. Jackie has gotten a whole lot of backlash about her comments from that leaked video that came out yesterday. Now, there were people in the comments on the neighborhood talk that were actually patients of hers that actually was calling her out. So let's look at some of those comments real fast. Now, this comment from a person named Kiwi. She said, former patient, this is very triggering because because you minimized my pain. Okay. Okay, she said, you minimize my pain. I'm crying and shaking because I'm in disbelief that you continue to minimize the experience of an African American mother. I was a patient who complained about pain. Your office staff misdiagnosed my pain over the phone and attempted to deny me a sick appointment. After pleading, they agreed to schedule the appointment. The first thing you said when you saw me was, you don't look like you're in pain. My husband told you that I was in pain. But since you didn't have sonogram equipment in your Duluth office, you sent an order to a specialist at Northside who discovered that I had started dilating. They immediately admitted me into the hospital, and I ultimately delivered my baby girl at 2 weeks, 1 pound via emergency C-section. You never followed up, you never apologized, and you never cared. The clip of you minimizing the pregnancy experience of mother speaks volumes to your character, and is one that I wish I saw before I made the mistake of entrusting you as my doctor. Wow. Oh my God, that's a lot. There's another patient in the comment. She says, so this is the reason why I almost died in your care, huh, Jackie? Because this is how you felt. Because this is how you felt. I am still traumatized by my experience of telling you over and over how I didn't feel right, how exhausted I was, and how your response to me was, I was just lazy and I would have a lazy baby and I just needed to exercise. This is so triggering and I am literally shaking and crying. You are the problem. I would be dead. Wow, bruh. This is a lot of this. Listen, this is a lot, y'all. Let me see. I think it was someone that was a nurse that worked for her that was in the comments too. If I can't find it real quick, if I can't find it fast enough, I'ma just read it off my phone because I definitely screenshotted the post, but I didn't think to put it put it in Canva. So since I don't see it in here because it's gonna take me all day to find it, let me go ahead and read it to you guys off my phone, okay? Because I did screenshot it or whatever. So this is what the lady said. Let me pull up my photos, baby, because this don't look too good for for Jackie. Period. Where we at? Okay. It says, as her former nurse who works side by side to her and her former patient, everything y'all finally seen about your favorite doctor is who she really is. She does accept Medicaid and she sees patients from all walks of life in her practice, but she is a person who throws rocks and hide her hands. The moment I got pregnant with my now 2 year old in a high risk pregnancy, she made my life hell. She does not care about pregnancy, nor does she care about the Black women she claims to advocate for. No one is off limits, not even her celeb friends and patients. She's a nasty person who is jaded about not being able to have children and is reminded every day at her job. And I was just about to go there, y'all. I was just about to say, is this an instance where Dr. Jackie is feeling away because she's not able to get pregnant and have a child of her own, and she's making other women pay the price for that. And I was just thinking that, and I thought that I was gonna be wrong for thinking that, but that's exactly what was in my brain. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, like, is this one of those things where she's pissed because she can't have a damn child and she's making a woman that can actually have a child, suffer and go through things that they don't have to really go through? that's real messed up that Dr. Jackie would put somebody in that situation. And to be honest, I've always looked at her as an upstanding person and stuff like that. But that is the price you pay when you put so many expectations on one human being. You know what I mean? Based off of what they do. And at the end of the day, Dr. Jackie is wrong as two left shoes. Like she really is. And that whole statement really made her look bad. And the fact that people are coming out to pretty much share the experiences with Dr. Jackie is crazy and it's making her look even worse. And I wondered when the reunion comes, will she have to address this backlash that she's receiving right now on social media? However, due to the backlash of her nasty work, Dr. Jackie has put out a statement. This is what she said. Dr. Jackie said recently a clip from a nearly 2-hour video was taken out of context to make it appear that I somehow take lightly what I have advocated for concerning the devastating problem facing the Black maternal health crisis. It has been my life's work to highlight and attempt to rectify the issues that have devastatingly impact Black maternal mothers versus our counterparts. As a physician, I educate my patients every day to be their own best health advocate as we continue to face medical mistreatment, gaslighting. My intention with the broader conversation was to ensure patients enter their pregnancy armed with information and tools to effectively communicate their needs with their doctors to ensure a positive outcome. The reason I became an OBGYN is because growing up, I saw a lack of diversity amongst medical professionals and was determined to be a part of the change. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I will continue to fight for the lives of Black mothers and babies. Dr. Jacqueline Walters. Okay. So let's look at what the responses are in the comment section. Someone said, the response doesn't match the initial statements. This is gaslighting, Jackie. Someone said, I think it's sad that even though she said that it was a while ago, she has since educated herself and has brought a major light to the topic. And yet, us blacks, as usual, crabs in a bucket, pull back an old clip to bring negativity to the work that she's done thus far. We act like we've never said ignorant things and learned about it and changed our views. Let's end this terrible attitude and support each other. This is foolishness. I can't say that I disagree with that. Leave this woman alone and find something else to be outraged about. Someone said, so what did you mean when you said it? Then someone else said, I didn't hear not one apology. Neither did I. Someone said, girl, please, you meant exactly what you said. So she can miss me with this. Child, somebody said to read the reviews her patients left, and that statement is nearly not enough. No accountability as usual. Okay. And that's pretty much the gist of that. Like, there's people in the comments that feel like she did not take any accountability for the ignorant ass shit that she said. And she didn't take no accountability. And that's just the damn truth. She didn't. And that's why people aren't buying her response. And there wasn't, like, she wasn't apologetic either. Like, it's just like, it's one of those apologies like, here, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Here, bitch. Like, you mad? Here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving, in my opinion. So I don't know, y'all. Jackie just don't look right with this whole thing. And to be honest, she only has herself to blame. Like, if you're gonna come out and give a statement, you need to be apologetic and let the people know what you about, but you still didn't do that. You just this was a I don't give a really apology. I'm just saying this to pacify y'all so y'all can shut the fuck up. That's how this came across to me, honestly. But yeah, that's all I really got for Dr. Jackie. I mean, I hate it for her, but your statement that you put out there to respond to your backlash, it doesn't help when you got former patients in the comments on the blogs talking about their terrifying experiences with you, or even the comments from one of your former nurses who left a comment and said what she said about you. It doesn't help. So you should be apologetic. But I also agree with the other person that said that we should give people grace at some point. But no, there's no grace to be given when she's not apologetic. So you can't expect nobody to forgive her for what she said and what she did in the video when she doesn't show any sympathy or empathy for what she said. She was stuck for what she said, and it was fucking foul. And that was just that. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much all that I got for today's video. So before we get up out of here, y'all know that we got to pay some bills, honey. So make sure you guys support our very own Tremel. He's on our Chasing panel that we do every Wednesday night. And he has a brand new record out called Long Days. It's available everywhere Make sure you purchase and stream the record, okay? Support all indie artists, support our very own panel members, and support him because he's one of my friends, okay? Also, Bando has a song out right now called Bando's Dream. It's now available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Okay, so make sure you guys get that. All right. And then he also has another song out right now called DUI. It's available everywhere as well. So make sure you purchase and stream. With that being said, you guys, your boy Scotty is up out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here. And until my next video, I will holler at you guys a little bit later.